Coming up on this edition of SWTV News. 30-year-old Christopher Ryan Copperroot of Swift Current, seen wearing the black hoodie and leading the pack up the stairs, made 2 appearances in provincial court this week, following his arrest by the RCMP on February the 6th. 2016 will be an exciting year for the city of Swift Current as it hosts the CCA Rodeo Finals. Well into the middle of February and still several weeks of winter remaining, and the Water Security Agency of Saskatchewan is busy looking ahead to spring.
Thanks for joining us here today. A Swift Current man is facing criminal charges following a series of fires in the city. We have more in today's top story.
30-year-old Christopher Ryan Copperroot of Swift Current, seen wearing the black hoodie and leading the pack up the stairs, made 2 appearances in provincial court this week, following his arrest by the RCMP on February the 6th. Copperroot faces charges in connection to 6 fires in the 500 block of Robert Street East in Swift Current since mid-January. No injuries were sustained in any of the fires. The accused is charged with 3 counts of arson with disregard to human life and 3 counts of arson causing property damage. And due to a publication ban, no further details of what was discussed in the courtroom this week can be disclosed. Copperroot will be back before the judge on March the 18th. In other court news, 38-year-old David Lee Little of Calgary made an appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on Wednesday via video conference from the Regina Correctional Center. Little was back in court after breaking several breaches to his release conditions ordered by the judge back in October of 2014. Little was originally arrested on September 29th in connection with a robbery with violence and a high-speed chase with police along the No. 1 highway near Swift Current. Little had broke into and stolen numerous items from a Swift Current business that day, then proceeded to force a 77-year-old woman out of her vehicle, and led Swift Current police on a high-speed chase along the No. 1 highway to Herbert, and eventually crashed into a police cruiser. And following the breach of his probation conditions, Little was denied legal aid back in November, and has since been in custody. Little is expected to seek legal counsel before his next court appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on March the 2nd.
Another major event is making its way to Swift Current in 2016, this time appealing to rodeo fans. We have more in this report.
2016 will be an exciting year for the city of Swift Current as it hosts the CCA Rodeo Finals. The announcement was recently made at the Canadian Cowboys Association AGM in Regina. The CCA Finals, which are currently held in Regina alongside the Canadian Western Agribition, has previously been held in Saskatoon and Lloydminster, and now Swift Current in 2016. An exciting event which will showcase the top rodeo contestants and bring visitors from across the country.
What happens is the top 11 contestants that have been competing throughout the year will be gathering together, so it's the biggest show and it's the finals. So you're going to see the best in the cowboys and cowgirls that we have to offer in Canada, and then they go on towards the international competition. So it's definitely huge. And it'll bring people from all over Canada to observe this and to enjoy the show that's going to be happening. It's going to be a real showdown.
A long-standing event in the CCA's history, which organizers hope to bring back to Swift Current in the years to come.
For us, we really were looking for somewhere where we could have our own standalone finals. With Agribition, there's so many other great activities going on. Sometimes it gets a little diluted. So we were really looking for somewhere where we could host our finals on our own and help grow it with a partner that wants to grow along with us.
The Rodeo Finals will be hosted in cooperation with the CCA, alongside the Swift Current Ag and X, City of Swift Current, and the Swift Current Broncos, with the latest investment by the city of $80,000 in portable rodeo equipment used on site.
Oh, yes, I think so. I think that'll probably be moving from the Magnus Arena over to the iPlex. I think that is the plan, to use that equipment for this show.
More details on the CCA Rodeo Finals scheduled for October of 2016 in Swift Current will be released in the coming months. The Canadian Cowboys Association was founded in 1963, with their first rodeo event hosted in Lancer. The organization has since grown to be the largest semi-pro rodeo association in Canada, with a membership of over 900. Starting a new business, especially a restaurant, can be difficult at the best of times. But this quaint restaurant in the heart of the community of Herbert is proof that with hard work and determination, dreams can become a reality. Connie Stevenson is the owner and head cook at Scuttlebutts Restaurant, a new hotspot in Herbert. Connie had worked in the food service industry for over 20 years before venturing out on her own.
When we were still living in Swift Current already, I was talking about possibilities of opening a restaurant. I'd wanted to do it there. When we came out here, I worked at another place for 2.5 years and kept still talking about, I want to do this, I want to do this. So we started looking at different buildings, and one day I just said, well, let's look at the old Marnie's building. So we went over to the town. She said, yeah, go ahead, take the keys and go take a peek. So we just took the steps from there. And right away we went and we saw Community Futures, and it's pretty much, it was just bang. It was a matter of, from October was the idea, and we opened in January, so it was very, very fast.
Along with starting a new business and buying a building in town came a variety of new challenges outside of Connie's comfort zone and previous experience working in restaurants.
A lot more paperwork than I ever expected. The town has been fantastic support. The one lady there, I don't know how many questions I threw at her. I brought it over and I'm like, what is this? So, I mean, they were fantastic.
Along with the support of the community, Connie needed more personal, direct help to truly succeed at her dream. The Stevenson family has taken on Scuttlebutts as a family affair, acting as servers, dishwashers, cashiers, and any other roles needed to keep their restaurant running smoothly.
We get a lot of compliments on how a husband and wife can work so well together. We run it very smooth. I'm in the kitchen. I love waitressing, so I come out and help them whenever I get the opportunity.
And with the help of Community Futures Southwest and a lot of hard work, Connie and her family have built a business they can be proud of.
We put a goal in our mind of what we'd like to do on a daily basis, and most days we're surpassing that goal. So we're doing really well. The town's been fantastic, supportive. Lots of people. Our lunches are usually quite busy. We get a lot of coffeeers. It's exactly what we expected, plus more.
With the support of the community, a strong work ethic, and a supportive family, Scuttlebutts really is living up to its name as the talk of the town. With the experience she's now gained since opening the restaurant, Connie has some advice for others in a similar situation.
100% do it. Absolutely, yeah. Take the steps and go for it, because I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen, if it doesn't work, you're not out anything because you weren't doing it before. And if it works, you're doing exactly what you wanted to. And I'm doing what I want to do. I love every minute of it. And like I said, my husband's been perfectly supportive. My kids are fantastic. My daughters are always telling me how proud they are of me. So it's good to hear that, you know.
Thanks to Community Futures Southwest, success stories such as Scuttlebutts Restaurant are becoming more popular. Community Futures Southwest helps business owners with financing and business training, making dreams become a reality. Contact their office today.
Well, spring may be a few months away, but attention is already focusing on the annual spring runoff across the province.
Well into the middle of February and still several weeks of winter remaining, and the Water Security Agency of Saskatchewan is busy looking ahead to spring. In its latest forecast, the agency is anticipating a typical spring runoff scenario.
That's mainly due to the below normal snowpack we've had, and that was because there was a reduction in the snowpack generally across the province because of the really warm temperatures we had in January, and that combined with some of the below average snowfall, and we're sort of seeing a bit of an improved picture of a spring outlook right now.
Boyle goes on to stress that the February forecast is cautiously optimistic, as March and April can still provide significant amounts of moisture. In addition, his department will be keeping a close watch on the quality of moisture across the province.
We're also going to be going out and doing some pointed snow surveys, so actually taking the snow and looking at it and seeing how much water is in the snow, or the snow water equivalent, and that really gives us a sort of a better picture, because you know, when that snow melts, if there's significant amounts of water in it, then that has an impact too.
The Water Security Agency will continue to monitor the spring runoff situation across Saskatchewan in the coming weeks, with the next update released in March.
We know in the work we do with BirdLife that unless you consult local people, unless you work with them, you will fail.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.